It seems like we're fighting against the forces of nature. The emotional words today of Thailand's Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra as floodwaters threaten to overwhelm the final dikes protecting the capital, Bangkok. Krishnan has the details.
So far, the barriers erected around the centre of the capital have held the waters at bay. But outside those walls, severe flooding stretches north along the route of the river. And it's feared that the build-up of floodwater in the central plains of Thailand, combined with seasonal high tides, will flood yet more parts of the capital. And the problems aren't confined to Thailand. Neighbouring Cambodia and Burma have seen hundreds of deaths and hundreds of thousands made homeless, making the floods of 2011 the worst for 50 years. Here, the Foreign Office has warned against all but essential travel to affected areas of Thailand, threatening further damage to the tourist industry, as our Asia correspondent John Sparks reports.
The scourge of the countryside has entered the city and rolled right up to the palace gates. Floodwaters from the north have furthered their advance, and nothing and no one is sacred. The city's sophisticated residents got their feet wet this morning, an unpleasant surprise from an unwelcome guest.
It came up really fast. It was dry early this morning. Now the whole street is flooded.
23 of Bangkok's 50 districts have now succumbed to the waters. Their streets filled with waders and improvised rafts, and army trucks packed with evacuees. 50,000 troops have been moved into the city, but Thailand's army chief told us it's not enough.
Many people are suffering and we're doing what we can. But the most important thing to say is that the people will have to be patient.
She says she's doing her best. The country's inexperienced Prime Minister, Yingluck Shinawatra, conferring with advisors this morning. Later, she appeared shaken and close to tears. A reporter asked, "Are you crying?" She denied it. "No, I haven't cried at all," she replied. Today marked the first of a 5-day special holiday here. This an opportunity to escape. The government has urged residents to leave the city. They can't depart from Bangkok's second airport, however. Don Mueang International has been flooded out. Unless you've got access to a large truck, you won't get through the front entrance. And I can tell you that the runways aren't much better either. In Terminal 3, well, that's where the government has its emergency response centre. In retrospect, not the best place to put it. Members of various government ministries now dealing with the crisis are having trouble getting here. This a practical problem and a psychological blow. And what about foreign nationals, tourists? What does the Thai government suggest they do?
For the tourists, I might suggest that Thailand is still be the good destinations, but not in Bangkok right now.
So go to the beach.
Please, or uphill.
All roads leading uphill today were jammed. Those with the means were getting out. At the city's bus stations, passengers queued in the blistering heat. And at Hua Lamphong station, the concourse was packed. Even the monks had to shove over.
Up until really about an hour ago, we were fine and, just walking around the streets, and then all of a sudden
we saw
some of the flooding, and I think that's what made us nervous.
You thought, right, we're getting out of here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's probably a wise decision. The situation is now critical, say officials, with more water and high tides expected this weekend. The Foreign Office has advised against all but essential travel here. John Sparks, Channel 4 News, Bangkok.